Hey guys, it took me a while to shot this video, mostly because, life. And now it's already 6th of November and I still didn't do it. Mostly I didn't do it because I have this whip here that I'm not finished yet. And I just thought that, well, maybe I will have some time. Maybe I will have this one quiet evening where I just can finish it, but it never happened, and so I thought it's now or never. Okay, so what do we have here? First thing I finished was here in Forest Girl. It was in my plans for the October, and this is the first page where I took a lot of inspiration from the reference, but still did it a little bit differently. So my scarf is made of silk here. I tried to replicate this very shiny material, and also the coat she's wearing is a little bit brighter. It wasn't intentional, actually, just how it went, and I just rolled with it. And also my squirrel is a lot more bright than this. And we have a lot of squirrels here in London, but they all are grey, so there is no red or orange squirrels in London. And I found out that they traveled from America to Great Britain. So these grey squirrels that are very familiar to every London citizen are actually from USA. Okay, I painted this with pencils for the girl and trees and leaves, I guess. Yeah, leaves was also made with pencils. And everything else you see is my first attempt in watercolors. Maybe I'll include this short video here, how it was going. Okay, I decided that this is enough for me to try watercolors today. I just don't know how to use this medium properly, but today I learned. And the first thing I learned is that you have to start with the most light color on your picture and only then move to dark, because I have this dark spots here. I don't know how to actually remove them, so I think I messed up with this one, but I will step aside, I will take a breath, and I will continue with more familiar medium. Okay, I made a fair amount of poor choices today, but I think I know how to fix it. I'll switch to acrylics. Yeah, this is the end of day one. I think I'm gonna keep it that way till tomorrow, because yeah, I've done some work with acrylics and it's not looking as bad as it was. Yeah, I kinda not like acrylics a lot because they are very limiting in their dry time and you can't draw with pencils over it. With mine, at least, with my pencils and my acrylics. Yeah, I'm using Prismas, but you know, I don't know. These Winsor & Newton acrylics I have are just, they don't allow this stuff. They just like, yeah, I'm gonna sit here and nothing else will sit on top of me. No, you're not going to do this. I just was throwing some random colors here and there, and I think it's look better. Yeah, I just fixed the background a little bit, and also I made these brush strokes that create a little bit of movement on the page, so it's like the wind is blowing in her face. That was the plan, at least. I guess it kind of worked. I also hated this part here and this part here, because I thought that it's too much. It looked like a mess. It looked like there is too much painting going on, and it doesn't look realistic at all. But actually, now when I look at it, I see that that's okay. Well, it's not reality, and it's okay that it doesn't look perfect. It shouldn't be, because you know, it's art. This one is finished, love it a lot, but in the process it was quite hard. The second one I did was there. It's Japanese book, it just without its super cover, so this is a cover. I did Halloween page here. The moon was made with acrylics. I did a pencil background. I just like to create gradient with pencils. I don't know, I was really fascinated about this, and I just wanted to give it a try. I never did such big background with pencils. There are some places where it's not perfect, it's like with these white dots, but overall, well, that worked. Also, I have pencils for all the pumpkins, for this guy, for this guy, for gravestones, and the rest was made with acrylics. So the moon, as I already said, was made with acrylics. These clouds was made with acrylics, and I'm really happy about the clouds. They look gorgeous. So the tree was also made with acrylics, and also I used acrylics for the light effect. Also, I created these ghosts with acrylics, and then I switched to pencils and just made all these buildings and pumpkins with pencils. But then I saw that my buildings were too bright to my taste, so the main focus of the page should be pumpkins, moon, and maybe the tree, maybe this guy. Houses just took all the attention, and I thought that no, it's not gonna be like this, and I just took a very thin black acrylic paint, and just wash over the houses, and they become muted, and I really like the effect. And also one more trick, I didn't paint the windows at all, so it's just this black wash that created this effect. I know that many girls who colored this particular page, they made it like there is light inside of the houses, so someone living here. I decided that I want to do ghosted city, so no one actually lived there, and I also accidentally put a lot of black acrylics here. I don't know why I decided to do this, so I have like one window that is not in its place, that is broken. Also, I did the earth with dry pigments that I used from my miniatures. So in miniature painting, we always have this base where the miniature is standing, and we also decorate it with some sort of stuff. It could be like tiny rocks or tiny tree trunks and so on, so forth. And dry pigments are usually used for this purpose. So you can see that it's not paints, it's not pencils, it's something else, and it's also create texture. Okay, the next one was picture here, and it was made with oils. I don't know whether it's safe to paint oils on paper or it will be just cracked after some time, but I did it and it was so joyful, so I enjoyed it a lot. It was my first painting with oils. Maybe it's not extremely detailed or beautiful, but the process was so inspiring, so relaxing that I think I will do it again. As you can see, it has some texture, like strokes. It's not oils, it's acrylics. So I just took a very big brush, not very big, but the biggest I have, and I just took matte medium and just spread it all over the page in 2 layers. And as you can see, nothing happens to the opposite page, and it also created this texture like canvas. And the rest of the process was extremely straightforward. I just took oils and started to spread it on this page. I use only 5 colors: black, white, blue, red and yellow, you know, the traditional palette. And as you can see, you can create a lot of different colors with this palette. Yeah, and I also like this shiny effect. I usually hate the shiny effect, you know, when pencils build up this wax layer on top, but with oils it just looks so pretty. I don't know. Yeah, just really enjoyed. And also the background was the first thing I done. So, you know, oils take a lot of time to dry. And despite the fact that I use special liquid that help you to make it dry faster, it's still really hard to speed up this process significantly. I worked on this page for about 3.5–4 hours. And after I finished, it took 2 days to dry completely. I did the background first, and then I just started to work on this flower. And you can see that it's not perfect because it was the first one. And also I started with really bright pink. And after this, I decided that it will be blue. And I switched decisions during the work, and yeah, it ended up look like this. This one more intentional in strokes and more intentional in the way I decided the color palette for it. And these guys I think look nice as well, but they have these weird elements on the picture. Yeah, I changed picture a lot because I used only the main outlines. So as you can see in this coloring book, there are a lot of details for every flower, like here, yeah? And so if I would paint this page with oils, I will just use the main outline and fill the details with brush strokes and don't pay a lot of attention to these very small lines, because oils don't allow you to work extremely precise. At least I can't do it now because I don't have enough experience. But yeah, you can see here that it was quite hard for me to fill these very thin lines with oils. But yeah, I've managed to do this anyway. And also on the background, you see these strokes. They were done intentionally, but very, you know, it wasn't the original plan. I thought that the plain background will be okay, but after I did it, I just thought, no, maybe not. And I'll just add some paint on the background. It was very fun, very satisfying, very relaxing. Also, you can see that I didn't paint all the elements on the page because I don't think that they will add anything to the page. I think the composition on this page is okay as it is, and it doesn't need anything else except for what's already there. And while I was looking for this page, I also remembered that actually I did one more. So it's more finished pages. I did this one, but it was so, I don't know, it's not serious. It's just some pattern I drew when I talked to someone on the phone, and also while I was watching webinars that I need for my work. So it was just a method of relaxation. But there are some things that I can highlight here. Okay. So background, it was before I bought my watercolors that I'm using now. So I used acrylics. I just diluted them and spread them on the page. I really like this part particular. I think it's look like space. And these parts where it's more pinkish, I don't particularly like, but this part of the drawing is really nice. Yeah, I can just cut it like this and it will be great. And then I just took the white pen, painted black lines of the coloring book with white, and after this I added some very small dots with white paint as well. And when I finished, I just sealed the page with pearlescent finish. Yeah. It's a thing. Okay, there were 3 sealers in the set that I bought: matte, glossy, and pearlescent. I think it's pearlescent, like pearls, but I don't know. I'm not native speaker. And then I tried glossy and matte one. I tried matte one first, and it was a disaster. It took a lot from page on which I applied it, to be honest, because when you apply matte sealer, everything become dull, a little bit duller. It just looked dusty. So I used gloss sealer on top, and it was okay. So yeah, this page, which suffered so much from my experiments, was this one. So now you can see that it's look fine. It doesn't look like there is something wrong with it. Yeah, it's just a little bit glossy. So this is how glossy finish look like. Also, I applied glossy finish, just glossy finish without matte one there, and it also looked great. And now I'm not afraid to smudge my pages. But for anyone who would like to use this, it's perfect. It dries really fast. It's give you beautiful end result, and I know that it will not become yellowish when the time passed, but it smells a lot. Like, you have to be prepared for it, because I wasn't, and I just made it indoors, and it's just drew me out of the room because I could not stay there. Yeah, it was quite surprising to me because I didn't thought that acrylic sealer, like acrylics do not smell at all. Well, acrylic primers smell somewhat, a little bit, but no, not like this. This one is hell in the bottle. So pearlescent stuff works like very subtle shimmer. So you can see that there are sparkles here. They are very small and quite not noticeable, but this page overall look shiny. And these pages you can compare, they doesn't look so shiny as this one. Okay, they have some gloss effect to it, especially the table, but I think that it's because of the other stuff that I applied on it. It's glossy, but not as glossy as this one. And what about the pages that I didn't finish yet? So I started to work on autumn page here, autumn part of the page here. So I already did the summer one, and this is the autumn one. And I painted this part, and I started to paint the squirrel. Hated the result, of course, because, you know, it's really hard to paint fur with Prismacolors. I don't know how you guys do it. It's just, they lose their sharp ends so fast. I do like 1, 2, 3, 4 strokes, and that's it. And that's all it can handle. So I really dream of buying polychromos. I really can't do fur with Prismacolors. And you can see the result is so underwhelming. Maybe I will just go with acrylics on top and try to fix all this messiness. But I really like these fruits. I don't remember how they're called in English. Yeah, but they are quite beautiful. So yeah, that's it. That's what I did in October. Now let's talk about coloring plans. This month I want to take some different approach and just marker some pages in every book that I own. So I will have much wider choice in terms of what I can color to stick to the plan. And also, yeah, just flip through my books, just find some inspiration among them, because sometimes I remember some pages that are in these books, but when I actually open them, I discovered something like, oh, that's actually very nice. I don't remember this page at all. Yeah, so I did a flip through and I found something in each book that I would really like to do, but that's hell a lot of plans and I don't think that I'll be able to finish all of this in November. But the ultimate goal is just to do one page in each book. So there are not too many books. It's like 7 books here. And I think I can actually manage this. And one more thing. For this month, I tried to find not very big and epic pages, but rather something small that I can actually do and something that will make me relax and not stressed out. Because when I'm tackle pages like this one, yeah, it's very beautiful. It was not very long actually. I just procrastinated like a week and then I did it for, I don't know, 2 evenings and that was done. But yeah, it just took a lot of energy from me because I had to think about how to approach this page, which materials I should use, how to make it look better with pencils after the acrylics and watercolors, and it was just too much. And there is just so hell lot of stress in my life that I'm looking for something simple, something like this one. This page took me about, well, 1.5 evening, something like this, and it was so satisfying to do. I was looking for projects like this. Yeah, and just let me show what I found. Okay, this one, I think it's a perfect page for this transition between autumn and winter. These elements are more winter related for me, and also this page kind of remind me of cooking a lot. I see this is have some rosemary here and cherries and mushrooms, and all this is eatable. So yeah, great page, very beautiful. And also I really like this one because of the mood. This is something a bit more complicated. I think I should use some watercolors on this page and maybe acrylics and maybe then pencils for details. I don't know yet. I don't particularly love the example here because I want to do it like maybe a night scene. So there will be a light source there. I don't know where exactly, near the girl, and the rest of the page will be a bit darker. I don't know yet. This is just one of the ways to do it. But yeah, I'll see when I get started. And the third option is this one. I actually see here not mountains like pictured in the example, but I see it as waves. And it's like in this Miyazaki movie, the Ponyo fish. I just see this as huge waves, and I would like to do this in the color palette inspired by this movie. So yeah, this one is a bit more complicated. So I have 3 options, like the page where I know the color palette and the idea, the page where I don't know like anything about what I wanted to do with this, and the last one is quite simple and straightforward page. I don't know about the colors yet, but yeah, I just think that these elements will be very easy and fun to color. So yeah, Forest Girl. I guess this will be a book for each month. I just love this book. The next one is the one with flowers in it. I really want to do this page. I really want to try mixed medium as a technique, and I think this page will be just a great page to do this, because there are some big elements with no details. I have a couple of journals that I saved for this purpose. Just some magazines with recipes and landscapes and so on and so forth. And I think I'm gonna cut them into pieces and we'll try to arrange something on this page. This book is not my favorite in terms of what actually drawn inside the actual pages itself. But with this book, I just can experiment with new techniques a lot, trying to do something I never done before, and I think this is very liberating and stress-free book for me. Well, I just can't mess this up because, yeah, I don't really care too much of this book, and I just can't do anything I want. In Kirby, I marked one page, but I don't know whether I'm ready for it or not, but this idea just kept me invested for the past 2 months. I just can't let it go. I just see this page in a certain way. So what I'm talking about, it's these 2 pages which I want to do as a double spread. Firstly, when I saw them, I had no idea what I want to do with them, but recently I watched a very in-depth video review on Matrix, and I love Matrix a lot. I love Matrix so much that I actually watched the 4th movie in the theater. I was like, well, that's maybe not the best movie I saw. Maybe the plot is a bit dumb at times and the effects are not as great as in the first movie, to be honest, but I just love these characters. I just love this world building. I just enjoy the music and being there, just living through this story once again. And the first half of the movie was actually great, like 5 out of 5. I was so inspired by it. When I saw the review recently, I was like, oh well, Matrix, yeah, I can really see these pages now. So I want to do this page in blues and purples, like the actual world, not the Matrix, but the actual world where our heroes are, and the machines look like these robots that looks like kind of like octopuses, but made of gears and metal. So I will take inspiration for this one from these creatures. And for this one I want to do the black background and then redraw everything using zeros and ones and a bit of Japanese hieroglyphs, because yeah, that's what this code, this famous Matrix code, actually is. If you don't know, this will take a lot of time because I don't know how to do this without acrylics. I will just paint every detail one after the other in black and then draw white numbers on it and then paint the very bright green paint on top of it, so it will really stand out. I think as a reference photo I will just use this famous scene when the Neo come back from the dead after the fighting with Agent Smith in the first movie, and he see everything as a code, and I think this is the effect I will try to replicate on this page. But this project is huge. Don't get me wrong, I know that it will take me hours and hours. I was thinking about buying a gel pen for this one with some green inks, but on the second thought, I'm not really sure that I can find the exact shade I want without trying this pen out, and for doing this I need to go to the shop. This is a project I'm really working toward, but I don't know whether it's gonna be this month or maybe next one. From this book, I also picked only one page. It's gonna be this one. If I'm gonna tackle this book, I actually did several projects in this book, and I don't actually like any of them. What I like about this page, it's very low detailed, autumn related elements. I can mess with the background, I can try some watercolors for the background and just be inspired and creative. I like berries and mushrooms, and I really want to try to paint berries and mushrooms, to color them in a realistic way. Okay, in this one I really want to finish with this whip. It was started a while ago, and I did the flowers, most of them, and I started to work on the dress and fishes, but then I just left it and never finished because I didn't know what to do with the background. And now I think I have a very good idea what I want to do. I want to try dark purple, and also I will try to do it with watercolors, because I have a feeling that I don't know how to color dark with watercolors, and I just need to try to do it and learn how to do it. This is not gonna take me a hell of a lot of time, because yeah, this page is almost done. I just need to do the background and then work on leaves and on the girl itself. Yeah. Okay, you know which page I'm going to open there. I still didn't do anything this month for this page, but I really want to keep it going. I just have no time and willpower to just sit and do this one. But yeah, I want to finish it. I hope this month I will have a chance. And in this one, I really like this book, and there is not a lot of pages in this book, so I could finish it pretty quick if I do one page every month. But for some reason, it's just kept resting on my shelf. And yeah, I have this project here, which I've not finished yet. Also, I have this page. It's just a page with a lot of elements that are not connected whatsoever, only by the theme, because it's food. And I just want to do one element at a time in a realistic style, and just move forward with this page very slowly, and just rest on this page, actually, because you can draw one element and move on. It's like Small Victories by Joanna Basford, where you have these small pictures which you can like color during one evening and just feel the joy of completing something. And this is actually what I lack recently in my life. So I think, yeah, this will be cool. And the third one is a little bit more intimidating at first glance, but actually the same principle here. There are a lot of small pictures inside this big one, and you can just choose one, finish it, and move on to another one. I don't know whether it's going to look like it's all over the place, because the color palette can switch between these pictures a lot, but I actually don't care, because you know, it's knick-knack shop, and knick-knacks usually look like they are not connected at all, and you can just have fun with this. So yeah, this is actually what I'm gonna do, just have fun with this page, and yeah, that's it. Alright, so these are my plans for November. I don't know whether I'll be able to do any of this, actually, because of the huge projects at work. I really hope that I will still have some me time doing my hobbies that I like. And yeah, see you guys next video. I think I'll try to just show you the process of some of these pages. So yeah, see you there. Bye bye.